Hey guys, so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, which I'm so excited about, I wanted to show you guys how I was able to discover so many Black, authors, obviously that are Black. And when I first started getting into, back to reading, and I knew that I wanted to focus on Black, authors, I was so overwhelmed, and I'm like, where am I supposed to start? So one way that really helped me, and it's still continuing to help me, are anthologies. Anthologies have become my best friend because I, you know, get those anthologies. I obviously discover new, authors. I'm able to look at short stories, critical analysis, essays, poetry, just everything. And I also found out what I like, what kind of genre do I like. And it was all the help of anthology. So I want to show you guys some of the anthologies that really did help me to discover all these Black individuals. As you guys know, I like to classify them as unsung authors, unsung Blacks, because if you go to a bookstore or if you look online, and let's say you search, Black authors or Black women authors, they're going to name the same people. They're going to name, Toni Morrison and Alice Walker, who else? Maya Angelou. Now Zora Neale Hurston's getting her praise. But there's more authors than that. So while, again, wanting to get back into reading, I said, I want to read more than just those authors. And anthologies were the way to go. So the first one that I picked up is Black Eyed Susans by Mary Helen Washington. Now, this is the first one I picked up because Mary Helen, was a professor. And she said that she was trying to, get short stories, to her students. And while she was, doing that, she said she was always at the copy machine making copies. And she told a colleague, it's so frustrating. I just wish that I had all these short stories that I want to teach to my, class and my students all in one, like just one book. And so a couple weeks later, she went to an event and Toni Morrison was there, and she expressed that to Toni Morrison. And Toni said, well, if you give me some of, the short stories that you're looking to, put in one book, let me see it. And she said she did that. And a couple weeks later, Toni mailed her a contract and she was able to publish her book, her anthology. And this has been such a help. This has short stories by Toni K. Mabara, Alice Walker, obviously Toni Morrison. It has short stories by Gwendolyn Brooks. And like I said, this was my first, and I love this so much. And also, this is a first edition, and it is signed by the author, Mary Helen. So when I saw that, I just was so excited. The next one is Black Voices. And this, oh my goodness, is edited by Abraham Chapman. I'm going to keep on saying, oh my goodness, because that's how anthologies have helped me. But this one has been a help because this has short stories. It has poetry. It has, what else? Some critical essays. And we have everyone from James Baldwin to James Wadden Johnson to Margaret Walker to Malcolm X, Richard Wright, so many. And this helped me to discover, who was it? Paul Laurence Dunbar. Because after reading this, I realized that I adore his poetry. And again, I was not a poetry person. I always felt like I couldn't understand what they were saying and it would frustrate me. But again, with the help of anthologies, I was able to discover one poet that I really like. So help. This helped me. The next one is The Black Poets by Dudley Randall, and this just focuses on poetry. But this focuses on, obviously, poetry by clearly Black, come on. But this has poets like, Ishmael Reed, Michael Harper, Nikki Giovanni, Claude McKay, who else? Carlton Collins, so much more. And of course, it has Paul Laurence Dunbar. But yeah, when I saw that, I had to get it. And this really helped me because like I stated before, I'm not a poetry person. I feel like I can't understand what they're saying. And by getting this, it has helped so much. And I discovered so many poets I did not know. Or I discovered authors that had obviously written fiction or nonfiction, and I didn't know that they written poetry. Like, for example, I didn't know that James Weldon Johnson had written poetry. James Weldon Johnson, as you guys know, he is the composer of Lift Every Voice and Sing. And I just thought he did, compose music and obviously like some essays, but he's done more. So, yeah. The next one is Great Short Stories by African American Women. Now, I was intrigued, obviously, by the cover that has the beautiful Zora Neale Hurston, but this has some short stories that I did not know about, and like Charles W. Chestnut, Ralph Ellis, obviously Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, W.E.B. Du Bois. And again, this has been so helpful because I was able to discover Jean Toomer. And Jean Toomer is known during the Harlem Renaissance. You would kind of classify him as an unsung author. I know I would. But I was able to discover him by reading this. It's such like a joy that all of these have brought me, authors that I have never known. It's like each one, I'm like, oh, I didn't know, that author. I didn't know that author. Or I didn't know that he wrote that. Or I know he wrote short stories. Oh, anthologies are the way to go. As you guys see, I am clearly passionate about it. The next is Well-Read Black Girl, and I love this one because it is focusing on authors from today, meaning, someone like a Terry Jones, Nicole Dennis Benn, Jasmine Ward, and this is edited by the wonderful Glory Edom. As you guys know, she has that beautiful Instagram, Well-Read Black Girl, and she does festivals each year, and this anthology has helped me again discover new authors like a Terry Jones. And what I really love about this anthology is every book that they mention, they put a list of all of the books and the authors. So this is just a really easy guide. And also too, I love that each author that talks about like their journeys of books and what they discovered, they have a beautiful illustration. This is like a pretty coffee table book, but of course, I actually use it. And the last one is, of course, as you guys know, I'm doing everything in regards to the Harlem Renaissance. And this has really, really, really helped me because this anthology was published in 1926. And it is there for you to discover so many unsung authors or so many authors from the Harlem Renaissance. And that is The New Negro. And this was edited by Alan Lark. He is the godfather, they say, of Harlem Renaissance. I actually have 2 copies because this is for me to annotate and take notes and, highlight. And then this one is just for me to have because it's so pretty and it's a hardcover. But when I was looking for the Harlem Renaissance, I had that same, feeling of being overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. And again, I didn't want to just focus on Langston and Zora, even though we are going to focus on them. But there's more to the Harlem Renaissance than Langston and Zora. So this has really helped me. I have discovered James Weldon Johnson. I've discovered, who else? Claude McKay, Ann Douglas, who else? Obviously, clearly Langston Hughes, Jean Toomer, Jessie Redmond Fawcett, Rudolph Fisher, so much more. And this has poetry, it has critical essays, it has, what else? Fiction writings, and it just tells you about these authors. It also has, pieces about art, because as you guys know, when it came to Harlem Renaissance, artists in paintings, that was a really big deal too. So it has that, and it has like them explaining, what the paintings mean, the background. So when I got this, I was so excited about it. And as you guys know, I'm so excited to dive into the Harlem Renaissance. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to share with you guys these anthologies that have really, really, really helped me when it comes to, finding the Black individuals, or also to Anthologies just in general, they help you discover, again, all of the authors, you know, whole catalogs. And like I stated before, I discovered what I liked and what I didn't like, and it has just been a joy. And I cannot stress to you enough how anthologies have helped me, just with this whole journey of reading, and reading obviously about, you know, Black individuals, whether it's women or men. And I'm just overjoyed. So that's all I have for you guys. I will talk to you next time I see you. Bye.